My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better. Why these tell me? You can join the journey, you is worthy. Just allow me, no. Kicking down your door. Bloodsuckers, I see this industry is filled with sheep. People that pretend to be something that they will never be. Oh my, I just need some little old peace of mind.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Okay, break.
A man who played collegiately over at East Lansing, it's Kenneth Walker III. And some room to run now. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 48 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And a short gain here down to the 22. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try the air now with Smith. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to find a man here. It's complete. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Walker. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Here's Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there, turned it all around. Big moment.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind that somehow you have to compartmentalize, put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
You see them communicating after that play, and they both know that they missed a shot for a touchdown on that throw.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Here's Walker to start the drive. They'll take over after that pretty clutch forced fumble as they begin inside their own 5-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. If this were hindsight as 2020 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44, Smith. Flushed out right. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, and he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question, because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense. They'll keep you in the game to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. A very quick pass to Ridley. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats,
21.6 miles per hour.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball, the ones in the huddle doing the trapping, right now I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. The Lions at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
Yeah, he is out of bounds inside the 35. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Back to throw here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Badgley able to knock this one through, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Play action. It's Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Geno. And my goodness, another interception. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Now Myers for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
On second down now. It's Gibbs. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The slot man in motion right. They're going to try and throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammate's going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. To throw is Smith. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
And after the Russell Wilson trade, you have to ask, will Tyler Lockett be able to extend his streak of 1,000-yard seasons to 4? Will that be the only quarterback he's ever played with in the NFL? But the way he plays, a very steady presence.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they may just be content to take this three-point lead and head into the locker room.
He's airing it out for Williams. And this one is incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it.
And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd down, it's Gibbs. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On play action, they'll throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. as they line up and kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a free possession game.
From the 31, Smith. And he'll just get rid of it.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball, because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who's going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Out of the gun, Smith. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Will Harris. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off. And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Gibbs. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there.
18 Cardinals.
And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. And a design QB run in that spot, maybe trying to catch the defense off guard a bit. It didn't work, though.
Again, we're seeing that college influence come into the NFL. Quarterback run game on 4th down. We didn't see that very much in the previous years in the NFL.
No, and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 40, the 20, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is down to a field goal. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
On second down now, it's Gibbs.
And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
19 Pirates, 9, trap 60, trap 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, 18 Pioneer, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
He'll look to throw. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And this is caught. A big play there for Detroit. 54 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it?
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Ready?
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Smith. That's caught over the middle by Fant.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores. and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up. They've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
The Smith's throw into the hands of Fan.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. To throw again on second down. Smith.
Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here we go.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
Ready?
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they'll probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so, but ordinarily, 2nd down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up 3rd down and they'll have to throw it anyway.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Myers' kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Ready, set.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Running right, here's Walker. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we got a one-score game. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Throwing is Smith. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. The 30, past the 20. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On second down, it's Gibbs. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts him in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all this, his resiliency, because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He hits his target, Lockett. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Big loss here as he's taken down. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Lions are going to get it back here just past the 30.